Hello, this is my review of the Amber Collection Tiger Stripe Raptor from The Lost World. This is supposed to be a figure of the tiger striped Velociraptor that we see in the movie The Lost World, the sequel to Jurassic Park. It was a pretty good movie. I liked it. And I think has a pretty cool scene where Ian Malcolm's daughter just freaking kicks the Velociraptor out of the window. Pretty sure it was this one right here. Kicking it out of the window and onto a spike with her gymnast skills. With her gymnastic skills. But anyways. So, what this figure is supposed to be is like for adult collectors, you know? It's for people who remember seeing The Lost World when they were kids and seeing this and they're like, hey, that's pretty cool. I want it. So they get it. But it has some problems. Mainly, well, here are some problems. First of all, the tail is a different shade than the rest of the body, which is pretty weird. The tail should be the same shade as the body. It shouldn't be slightly brighter. Second, the head sculpt isn't as accurate as you would believe, because this is the exact same head sculpt that they use for all of the raptors, be it from Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. This is the head sculpt they use for every single Velociraptor they have made in the Amber Collection line. Which isn't good because it's supposed to be an accurate figure of the movie, and so far they've kind of failed at that. The only thing that tells me that this is the Velociraptor from The Lost World is the tiger stripes and the orange. Practically nothing else. Also, almost all the raptors have this sort of metallic eye that's like goldish, bronzy color, which is not accurate to the actual movie. And it also features a pretty big hole on the underside for the stand, which I feel could have been made better if the stand hole was on the foot. If they made the hole for the stand on the bottom of the feet, it would have been way better. Because, you know, you could have displayed it at all angles. And it would have been looking better. It would have probably been more stable. Because the hole for the stand is a very weak connection. See? A little bit of shaking caused the stand to fall off. Not rock solid. Also, on earlier releases, the stand was a sort of amber color, like, you know, the amber line. The Amber Collection should be. But then they turned it clear. And I think that's because it made the raptor look like it was peeing. And yes, I know it was an unfortunate color, but that doesn't mean that they should change it to clear. Maybe they should have made it a darker amber color, like a more brownish yellow. That would have worked. Or, like, not clear. Maybe you could have made it orangish, more orangish like that. Because the top of the body sure does look like it does have an amber color to it. Another problem I have is that the tail, it came attached to the figure. It shouldn't have came attached because the box was too short for it, and now it has a kink in the tail. The tail has a permanent kink that probably will only be fixed if I dunk it in hot water and then put a splint around it, which I should not do. I shouldn't have to do that. Giving me serious Kenner Rex vibes. Another thing, on the feet, you can see that there's kind of a defect on the toe there. You can see that line. That's the mold line where they put the parts together to make the raptor. That should not be showing. It isn't as prominent on the other foot, you see. It isn't as prominent there as it is on this one. I don't know, just they could have done better. But anyways, now on to the articulation. The head can so the head has two ball joints, one at the base of the neck and one at the base of the head. Maybe that isn't a ball joint at the base of the head. It's not moving in any other direction than up and down. So I guess it might be a hinge. But anyways, the mandible can move down and the maxilla can move up. The mandible being the jaw and the maxilla being the top part. But anyways, those can move up and down together to make it look like it's roaring, or you can have it kind of almost closed, but not all the way, to make it look like it's growling or hissing. Anyways, the arms are like they can move a full 360, and they can move in and out. The elbows move up and down, and the wrists, along with the lower arms, are on swivel hinges. Now, onto the legs. The legs can move 360. The knees can bend this far back. And this far forward. The ankles can move that far back. And that far forward. The toes can move that far back and that far forward. And the toe claw, of course, can move up and down, just like in the movies. You can have it tap the ground with its toe claw. And of course, the tail. How could I forget about the tail? It's on one ball joint at the base, and the rest of it is a bendy wire. The wire near the base doesn't really bend much, but when you get further and further to the edge or the end of the tail, it bends even more. What I would have preferred is like more ball joints on the tail, like a ball joint here, and a ball joint here. I would have preferred that because at least with that, you aren't worried about the wire breaking out of the tail and making it look bad or anything. And hold on, let me try and pose this. Yeah. I think I give this figure around a I think I give this figure like around a 6 out of 10, 6 or 7 out of 10. It's pretty good, but there are some glaring issues that prevent it from getting an 8 or 9 or 10 out of 10. So, yeah. Um, that's my review of the Amber Collection Tiger Stripe Velociraptor from the Lost World. Bye.